Hi guys, and welcome back to Macaroon. So I just got back from New York, and if you're not following me on Instagram yet, then be sure to check out my account under Macaroon, and you can see all the stuff I did in the States on my Instagram story highlights. And of course, the slime and squishy giveaway has ended, and I'll be announcing the winners this week. So if you're not subscribed yet, then be sure to click that subscribe button to both of my channels so you don't miss out on the announcement. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Japanese foil ball. I'm sure you've seen this all over YouTube lately, and I really wanted to find a method that doesn't involve using a hammer, sandpaper, or power tools. As a result, the one that I made is not quite as shiny as the ones from other videos. However, this method is super safe and super easy to do at home. So without any further ado, let's get started. All you need for this DIY are 2 rolls of aluminum foil and some craft glue. Start by scrunching the foil into a ball and try to wrap it as tightly as you can, because the whole purpose of this DIY is to get rid of the air gaps in between the layers. At the same time, try to make the shape as round as possible. This is the easiest stage to sculpt the ball since you're only working with your hands, so if you spend a bit more time here, then you'll save a lot of time later on. For the next part, I'm going to take a second roll of foil and use it as a hammer. Of course, you can also use the same roll, but you might need to tape down the edges and make sure that the foil doesn't break or rip. In this case, the new roll of foil was very heavy and sealed in plastic, so I found that quite easy to work with. Start hammering the ball until the surface becomes smoother. Strangely enough, this process is extremely similar to needle felting. You're basically compressing the whole piece and trying to get rid of all the air gaps. As a result, the size will shrink as you work, and you can always add more layers of foil if you want to. Be sure to keep turning the piece while you're working to make sure the shape is round from all sides. The final size is also entirely up to you. I decided to stick with a fairly small ball, and I was surprised that this didn't actually use up a lot of foil at all. One problem that you might have are these open edges. No matter how well you wrap the foil, you might get small edges that come loose like this. I found that I could get rid of some of these by cutting it close to the edge and then folding it and pressing the foil firmly against the surface. Then continue hammering it so it lies as flat as possible. Of course, this part does require some patience, but it's actually not as crazily time-consuming as you might think from watching other YouTube videos. It took me about 20 minutes, which is similar to making a needle felt ball or pom-pom of the same size. The surface becomes shinier just through the hammering, which is really satisfying to watch. And needless to say, it's extremely fun to get rid of any aggressions like this. The hammering noise is pretty loud though, so just make sure you don't try making this DIY at night or any other time which might annoy your parents or neighbors. Next up, I tried polishing the ball using nail files instead of power sanding tools. As mentioned earlier, I wanted to find a method that doesn't require using complicated equipment. Unfortunately, I wasn't very convinced by this step because sanding produces a very fine aluminum dust that gets into the air and onto your skin. This doesn't seem very healthy or safe, and I wouldn't recommend trying to sand it yourself. If you really want to make it shiny, then you can wear rubber gloves and use a special polish designed for silver or other metals. In my case, I realized that trying to sand the ball underwater actually made it a lot less shiny. So I decided to wrap it again in several layers of foil and then hammer down the top layer just like before. If you do this long enough, then you will get a pretty shiny surface anyway, and you don't have to worry about the polishing. I was pretty happy with the result, but there were still a few open edges which I stuck down using white craft glue. Just apply it generously over the edge and leave it in a safe place to dry. And now your Japanese foil ball is done. This was a super easy DIY, and I'm sure you can make it with stuff that you have at home right now. It's also surprisingly satisfying, so why not give it a try if you're feeling bored? So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, then please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to both of my channels and follow me on Instagram under my username Macaroon. I'm Joanna, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!